Okay, guys, in this quick video, we are going to take a look at solving linear equations. So what is a linear equation? So the first one that I'm going to show you is a quick example of 4x minus 12 equals 0. Now, linear equations generally have a format ax plus b equals 0, but the plus could become a minus. Actually, you can think of subtraction as adding a negative, so it doesn't matter. So anyway, so something like that is called a linear equation. The first thing we're going to do is make sure that the x term is isolated. What that means is first find the x term. Okay, so I can find it. It's right here. All right. And I do not want that negative 12 to be with the x term on the same side. Okay, so the x term says I got to be by myself. Okay, you get out of here. So how do we make negative 12 move to the other side of the equation, to the right side? Well, we need to select an operation that's opposite to subtraction, right? So, and that would be addition. So we're going to go ahead and add 12 to both sides. So at this point, I now have 4x, and then negative 12 and positive 12 just going to go ahead and cancel, right? So we're not gonna have that negative 12 anymore. On the other side, we got 0 plus 12. So one thing that I want you to remember is that whenever you are adding a number or subtracting a number from the whole thing, from the left side, you also have to subtract it from the right side. Otherwise, your equation is gonna be out of balance. So see how I added 12 to the left at the same exact time, I also have to add 12 to the right. Okay, so with that said, 0 plus 12, that's just 12. So what's next? Well, we want x to be by itself. Just nothing else should be there. So the 4 that's in front of the x also has to go. Now, what operation is there between a 4 and an x? There doesn't seem to be any, right? It just says 4x. So what does that mean? Well, we in the math have a notion of a default operation. So if there is nothing between a number and an x, that operation is multiplication. So don't ask me why that was decided, but that's basically a shortcut of just writing 4 times x, okay? So it's the same thing. So when they skip the times, that means times. Okay, so we have to get rid of the 4, so we have to do an operation that's opposite to multiplication. Well, that would be division. So we're going to divide both sides by 4. At this point, 4 is going to cancel on the left side because 4 divided by 4 is just 1. And 1 times any number is just the same thing as the number, right? So basically 4 cancels out, and now we're going to have x equals, well, what is 12 divided by 4? At this point, you can use your calculator, you get 3, or maybe you can do it in your head. Either way. So we think that that's the solution, x equals 3. We think that's it. Now, one other thing we have to do, and that is very important, is to do a check. So what does that mean when I say a check? Well, you need to know whether the 3 that you found is correct. So how do I know that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 3, right? And I'm going to substitute it wherever I see x in the original equation. So do not ever substitute in some like intermediate calculation or whatever. Start at the very beginning. Was your original equation. I am going to plug the 3 for x. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get 4. Now in place of x right here, I'm going to put 3. And then minus 12 equals 0. So something funky going on. Hopefully you can see that that something is that it's not really 43, right? It looks like 43. Well, all I did is plugged in the 3 and now I get 43. No, that's not what I get. So when you plug in something, go ahead and put that something in parentheses. So that is very important. Whatever you plug in, just put it in parentheses. Okay. But again, what type of operation is now between 4 and a 3? So whether you have parentheses or you have a variable, the operation is multiplication. So this is really 4 times 3, okay? Okay, I don't know what I clicked right now. Okay, so this would be 4 times 3. So that's going to be 12. So 12 minus 12, that's equal to 0, right? And 12 minus 12 is 0. So we get 0 on both sides. So we know that we got it correct. That's it.